On May 5, 2026, researchers at Tel Aviv University published findings that stopped the longevity science community in its tracks. For the first time in recorded medical history, a team successfully transplanted healthy functioning mitochondria from a donor cell into an aged and dormant recipient cell. The result was immediate and dramatic. The aged cell, which had been functioning at a fraction of its original capacity, began operating like a young cell again within hours of receiving the new mitochondria. The implications of that single finding are extraordinary. It confirms something that longevity researchers have theorized for years but never demonstrated so clearly in human cellular models. Cellular aging is not irreversible. It is not a fixed biological destiny. It is in significant part a function of mitochondrial health, and when you restore that health, the cell responds by restoring its own function. The age of the cell becomes less relevant than the quality of the engines powering it. But here is the part of this story that most people covering the Tel Aviv research are leaving out. You do not need a laboratory, a donor, or a surgical procedure to activate the same biological outcome. Your body already has the mechanism built in. It has always had it. The process is called mitophagy combined with mitochondrial biogenesis, and together they represent your body's own internal transplant system operating continuously at the cellular level. Mitophagy is the process by which your cells identify and clear out damaged dysfunctional mitochondria, the cellular debris that accumulates through aging, chronic stress, environmental toxins, and metabolic strain. Think of it as your body's quality control system, flagging the underperforming engines and removing them to make space for replacement. Mitochondrial biogenesis is what happens next, the growth of brand new mitochondria from scratch triggered by specific biological signals. New engines. Clean programming. Full energy production capacity. The Tel Aviv transplant worked because it delivered healthy mitochondria directly into a depleted cellular environment. Your biology works the same way, except instead of receiving mitochondria from an external donor, your body grows its own through biogenesis. The outcome is functionally equivalent. Aged dormant cellular machinery gets replaced by fresh functioning power plants and the cell begins operating with renewed vitality. The problem that the majority of adults over 40 face is that both processes, mitophagy and biogenesis, require specific biological conditions and molecular signals to operate efficiently. Chronic stress suppresses mitophagy. Nutrient deficiencies slow biogenesis. Accumulated oxidative damage degrades the cellular environment these processes depend on. The cleanup stalls. The rebuilding never gets started, and the damaged mitochondria accumulate instead of being replaced, exactly the condition the Tel Aviv study showed could be reversed with fresh transplanted engines. This is where targeted molecular support changes everything. PQQ is one of the only compounds scientifically demonstrated to activate the PGC1 alpha pathway, the master regulator of mitochondrial biogenesis. When PQQ activates this pathway, it sends a biological signal that functions like the green light your cells have been waiting for, triggering the growth of new mitochondria in the tissue that needs them most. The cellular environment shifts from accumulation mode to renewal mode. The internal transplant system activates. CoQ10 fuels those newly grown mitochondria from their first moments of operation, providing the electron transport chain support that allows fresh engines to achieve full energy output immediately rather than gradually. The combination of PQQ triggering the growth and CoQ10 fueling the function is the closest nutritional parallel to what the Tel Aviv team achieved surgically, a cellular environment populated by fresh high-functioning mitochondria operating at full capacity. Mitolyn combines both in one formula built specifically around this biogenesis and renewal principle. It is not a transplant. It is not surgery. It is the biological trigger that activates the transplant system your body already possesses, clearing the damaged engines and growing the new ones that your cells have been waiting to receive. In 2026, the most exciting development in longevity science is the confirmation that cellular aging can be interrupted and reversed at the mitochondrial level. The Tel Aviv study proved it is possible. Your biology already has the mechanism. Mitolyn provides the signal to activate it. I want to be fully transparent with you. The link in my description is an affiliate link. I might earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. I only share what I genuinely think is helpful. Do not wait for surgery. Signal the repair. Check the link in my description for the 2026 Mitolyn internal repair protocol. This video is for educational purposes only and is not intended as medical advice. Always consult a qualified healthcare professional before making changes to your diet or lifestyle.